The men who witnessed the last minutes of Jesus on the cross, according to Christian tradition and the New Testament of the Bible, include Simon of Cyrene. He was compelled to carry Jesus' cross on the way to Golgotha, Matthew chapter 27 verse 32, Mark chapter 15 verse 21, Luke chapter 23 verse 26. The two criminals. Jesus was crucified between two criminals. One of them mocked Jesus, while the other defended him, leading to the famous conversation where Jesus promised the repentant criminal a place in paradise, Matthew chapter 27 verse 38, Mark chapter 15 verse 27, Luke chapter 23 verse 33. Roman soldiers. The soldiers who carried out the crucifixion would have been present, overseeing the process to ensure its completion, Matthew chapter 27 verse 35, Mark chapter 15 verse 24, Luke chapter 23 verse 34, John chapter 19 verses 23 to 24. Mary, the mother of Jesus. According to the Gospel of John, Mary, the mother of Jesus, was present at the foot of the cross, John chapter 19 verse 25. Mary Magdalene. She is mentioned as being at the crucifixion in the Gospel accounts, Matthew chapter 27 verse 56, Mark chapter 15 verse 40, John chapter 19 verse 25. John, the Apostle. According to the Gospel of John, the beloved disciple, often identified as John, was also present at the crucifixion, standing alongside Mary, the mother of Jesus, John chapter 19 verses 26 to 27. These individuals, among others, were said to have been witnesses to the crucifixion of Jesus and his last moments on the cross, each playing a unique role in the narrative. The details may vary slightly between the Gospel accounts in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Simon of Cyrene. Bearing the cross. The journey to Golgotha began with the burden of the cross that Jesus was to carry. However, weakened by the floggings and the weight of the cross, Jesus stumbled. At this critical moment, a man named Simon of Cyrene was compelled by Roman soldiers to carry the cross for Jesus. This seemingly random act would imprint Simon into the narrative as an unwitting participant in the crucifixion. As Simon bore the cross, he likely observed the suffering Jesus endured. The weight of the wooden burden symbolically mirrored the gravity of the spiritual weight Jesus carried for humanity. Although initially forced into service, Simon's experience might have evolved into a profound encounter with the divine, forever marking him as a witness to the crucifixion. 2. The Roman soldiers. Executors of crucifixion. The Roman soldiers, instruments of the state's authority, were responsible for the brutal act of crucifixion. Their role was not merely that of executioners but also of observers, ensuring the condemned fulfilled their prescribed fate. The soldiers, hardened by the routine nature of such executions, might have viewed Jesus as just another criminal, yet the circumstances surrounding this particular crucifixion were extraordinary. Crucifixion was a public spectacle, a deterrent meant to instill fear in onlookers. The soldiers, indifferent to the emotional gravity of the event, would have witnessed the agony and cries of the crucified. As Jesus hung on the cross, surrounded by the clamor of the crowd, the soldiers might have been aware that this execution was different, that the man they crucified had garnered attention for his teachings and miraculous deeds. Two criminals. Contrasting responses to Jesus. Flanking Jesus on either side were two criminals, both condemned to die alongside him. These men represent the duality of human response to Jesus' message. One criminal, hardened by his crimes, joined the mocking chorus aimed at Jesus. The other, however, rebuked his fellow criminal and acknowledged Jesus' innocence, pleading for mercy. In the last minutes of Jesus on the cross, these criminals engaged in a profound conversation with Jesus. The repentant thief received a promise of paradise from Jesus himself, illustrating the transformative power of faith even in the face of imminent death. Their contrasting responses provide a poignant backdrop to the redemptive narrative at the heart of Christian theology. 4. Mary, the mother of Jesus. A mother's agony. Mary, the mother of Jesus, stood at the foot of the cross, witnessing the excruciating torment of her son. Her presence added an emotional layer to the crucifixion, highlighting the human aspect of the divine drama. The prophetic words of Simeon, spoken when Jesus was an infant, echoed in her heart, "A sword will pierce your own soul too." As Jesus endured the physical and spiritual anguish on the cross, Mary's grief was immeasurable. Her silent solidarity with her son portrayed the deep bond between a mother and her child, transcending the cosmic significance of the moment. Mary's presence symbolized the human experience of loss and suffering, reinforcing the notion that Jesus' sacrifice was not only divine but profoundly human. 5. Mary Magdalene and John. Witnesses to love and loyalty beside Mary, the mother of Jesus, stood Mary Magdalene and John, the beloved disciple. Their presence at the crucifixion exemplified unwavering love and loyalty. Mary Magdalene, who had experienced the transformative power of Jesus' compassion, stood as a testament to the redeeming nature of Christ's ministry. John, the disciple described as the one whom Jesus loved, shared an intimate connection with the crucified Messiah. Jesus, even in his final moments, ensured that Mary, his mother, would be cared for by entrusting her to the care of John. This act of compassion underscored the depth of the relationships forged during Jesus' earthly ministry. 6. The Centurion. A pagan confession of faith among the witnesses to the last minutes of Jesus on the cross was a Roman centurion, a representative of the oppressive occupying force. The centurion, witnessing the supernatural events surrounding Jesus' death, the darkness that covered the land and the earthquake, uttered a profound confession, "Surely this man was the Son of God." In this pagan soldier's acknowledgement, there was a recognition of the divine amidst the brutality of Roman rule. The centurion's declaration affirmed the universal significance of Jesus' sacrifice, transcending cultural and religious boundaries. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.